Making websites responsive can be a massive pain, but media queries can help to relieve a lot of that. To create a media query, just do add media in your style.css. The next thing you have to do is specify your device type, which can be screen, which can be things computers, phones, etc. Speech for things like text to speech, and lastly print, which would be for printing. To select all of those, you can just do all, which is what I'll be using here. After the device type, we need to type and then create a set of brackets. Inside of those brackets, we're going to specify the width for when something will be changed by doing max width. Now once we have the max width, we can go to our output with our text, and inside of our text output, we want to see when this text becomes too close together. So over here at around 460 pixels, the text becomes too close together, so we'll put the max width for 460 pixels. So max width and 460 pixels. So still we see nothing changed because we haven't set anything for what happens at this value. So create a set of curly brackets, and then inside of that we can set what happens when the screen gets to that width. So this will be regular CSS code. So inside of our body, we want to set the display to flex, and after we set the display to flex, we can set the flex direction to column. So now if I save that and go to our code, once I go anywhere below 460 pixels, our text is displayed vertically. Now if I remove everything except for the add media and just leave that there, and then type in print, whenever the code will only happen when we are printing. So let's make this for print. So regardless of the pixels, this will happen when we try to print the page. So you see it's vertical, but over here it's horizontal. Now if we change print to screen, it is vertical, but if we try print, then it'll still be horizontal. Another thing you can do with media queries is orientations. So in our brackets, if we write orientation, so we create a set of brackets and write orientation, then after that set it to landscape. When our orientation is landscape, only then will everything be placed vertically. So right now you see it's still placed horizontally because I'm not in a landscape view. But as soon as I do go into a landscape view, you see that everything becomes placed vertically. And if I get out of the horizontal view, you see the opposite happens and it stays horizontal. Same thing happens if we change landscape to portrait. So now when we're in a portrait mode, it's vertical, but as soon as you go into horizontal mode, it's placed horizontally. Now, after orientation, you can also set a max width. So we can add onto that by also doing and and then max, and then set another pair of brackets. Do max width again, max width, and we can set it to 460 pixels again. So now the change only happens when the width is less than 460 pixels and it's in portrait mode. So right now we're in portrait mode, but our width is not under 460 pixels yet, so it does not change. But as soon as we go under 460 pixels, everything changes. So if one of the values is not true here, everything here will be cancelled out. If you want to see how you can use media queries to create a responsive image gallery, click on the video on your screen and make sure to subscribe.